Hi everyone. Scott Sapanic, I'm thevet.com, thespiritualmarine.com, and also bornagainisrael.com. Today we're going to talk about a subject that you hear bantied about numerous times from a lot of people, especially here on the World Wide Web, and it's the illusion or the nomenclature of the Illuminati. Now, the Illuminati is definitely a distinct component of what guides or steers, influences the world events around us. But it's a component that what we need to understand is basically it's ingrained in everyone from the international banker to the world political state figureheads to the mega corporation leaders, all the way down to the guy that puts your groceries in a plastic bag. At least here in California, there are no more paper bags anymore with most of the places. So it could be anybody. It could be anywhere in between. And we're talking about people that are influenced by the Illuminati. And what the Illuminati is not so much the people that make up the nomenclature, the distinction of being an Illuminist or a Illuminati per se, but what it is it's a spiritual connotation, so that people that are influenced from, let's just call it, the easiest way to understand the Illuminati is to understand that it comes from the dark side. And what people do is they let themselves be influenced or brought in to that Illuminist or Illuminati circle of spiritual ownership. And when they get owned by the Illuminati, depending on how much they want to sacrifice or offer up as a sacrifice, something that is good and wholesome, there's a food chain and a rank structure, a pecking order to the Illuminati. And the more that you kill something that's good and wholesome, that belongs to the side of the light, the side of the Almighty, the side that it should not be taken from God's creation. And it could be physical or it could be spiritual. The things that the people that let themselves be drawn in by the Illuminati spirit, again, depending on how far that they want to go up the food chain. And the food chain is what you call euphemism for how much rank, power, prestige that they want to acquire is directly dependent on how much they sacrifice, that they offer up or kill spiritually or physically in order for them to rise up in the rank structure of the Illuminati. And again, the Illuminati could be anywhere from multi-billionaires all the way down to somebody that you just paid for gas. It's a spirit. It is a spirit. The Illuminati is a spirit that inhabits people. Now, of course, in the political circles, when you get that high up, the more death and destruction that you acquire for the Illuminati, the darkness, the more you'll be given certain powers. But if you stop at any time, not coming through with your side of the bargain, in other words, if you don't deliver up that death, that killing off or offering up as a sacrifice of something that's good and or wholesome and or part of God's creation, then you'll lose your rank or you lose your position. And these are the things that we need to remember. We've said this many times before, that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. Our reality here, like the word says, we see through a glass darkly. That was an understatement of understatements, because the spiritual realm is about a zillion times more real than what we have here, right here and now. We'll tell you a quick story. This is painful to tell. We were a kid, and we got in a big, heated argument with my mom, and she told me to go to hell. And I said, okay, I will. And I did. And reality went kind of kerchunk. And then I found myself on the other side, looking out, seeing how it was to look at Christianity from that outer side. And it was weird. It just terrorized me right then and there, because they look at Christianity, which is the light, and they hate that light. That's why we've said many times, the people that are in that captivity, that hell, are the ones that begin that Christ-hating lifestyle here in the here and now. And thank God we jumped back. We jumped right back into where we were before. But just to let you know, a person can give themselves over to that darkness, and they'll be literally on the other side. And hell is not a place where people think that their wrongs amounted up to too many that over eclipsed all the good that they did. No, hell is something that people choose, where they snuff out, or they block out, or they smother out the light that wants to get on the inside of them, that will screen out, it'll push out, it'll diffuse the darkness. This is real stuff. People can look at this video and say, you're crazy. No, we're not. This is real stuff. And here's the other thing about the Illuminati. Because of people, it's called soul scalping as well. The perfect example is all the singers that are in the entertainment business, and it's easy to see them. It's easy to see them. They got the all-seeing eye that they worship. They got the pyramids and all those things. They dance on the checkered floor, as above, so below. Duality. These are hallmarks. This just shows that they're owned, but they're given the baubles of this world system. They're given all the perks and the bennies and the money and the mansions and the cars and all the clothes that they want to wear. Everything along those lines, but they got to keep delivering up, doing sacrifices. They got to bring more of their adoring people in. In adoration, if you look up the word adore in the dictionary, it means to worship. So we're giving this as an example. Now, when people go over to the dark side, what happens is they get handlers. You've probably heard that come up quite a few times. They get a handler. Well, a handler, they just kind of show up mysteriously, and there's the handler, and that sort of thing. And the handler will help groom them to get higher up in that chain. Now, if they offer up a physical sacrifice, if they kill one of God's innocents in whatever fashion or form, they get more indwelled by evil. They get more indwelled by the Illuminati. The Illuminati is evil. It's evil. It's the quickest, surest way to get plugged into the evil that is the prince of the air of this world. So they get handled by their handlers. There's always going to be somebody that's going to show up, like on cue, that will help them. But they got to sell more of their soul until they're completely sold out. And the same way works for the Holy Spirit of a person. We'll leave you with this thought. The Holy Spirit works in the same way. And this is the good stuff. This is the side that people need to be on. They need to be on that side of light. And the same things happen, but with more power and peace, joy, love. And even if we get persecuted by the dark side, by the darkness per se, it can't stand the light. It's got to get out of that light. And they can do whatever they want to do to us, but we're already owned by the light. The light paid the price. The light will never be extinguished. And that light is Christ. Love you guys. Stay in the fight. Keep the faith. Never quit. Don't give up. Be a believer. Be an overcomer, and we'll talk soon.